So let's take this quiz on Sartre and see how much we have learned about Sartre. So, first question, what is the meaning of being in itself? Is it conscious existence, things that simply exist without awareness, the ability to make choices, or is it the process of becoming something? Well, the answer for this is things that simply exist without awareness. Let's move to the next. What makes being for itself, that is the porsoi, different from being in itself? So, it is fixed and unchanging, it lacks awareness, it has self awareness and can make choices, or it is always an object. Well, the answer is it has self awareness and it can make choices. So, this self awareness is something that, in a way, differentiates being for itself from the being in itself. Let's move to the third question. What is Sartre's concept of nothingness? Is it a simple absence of something? Is it the state of being unconscious? Is it the inability to make choices? Or is it the gap between what we are and what we can become? Well, the answer is it is the gap between what we are and what we can become. Next question. How does nothingness allow for human freedom? A. Does it remove the burden of responsibility? Does it allow us to imagine possibilities and make choices? Does it force humans to follow a set path? Or does it limit human actions? And the answer is it allows us to imagine possibilities and make choices. The next question, what does Sartre mean when he says man is condemned to be free? Does it mean that one is forced to live without choices? Does it mean that humans have no freedom at all? Does it mean that we must create our own freedom through choices? Or are humans controlled by external forces? And the answer is we must create our own meaning through choices. The next one, according to Sartre, human existence involves uncertainty because humans are fixed beings, humans lack freedom, everything is predetermined, humans are always changing and making choices. Well, the answer is because humans are always changing and making choices. What does existence precedes essence mean? First, does it mean that humans have a fixed purpose at birth? Does it mean humans define themselves through choices? Life has a predetermined meaning? Or does it mean that our essence is decided by fate? And the answer is humans define themselves through choices. The next question, what does Sartre compare human life to? Does it compare it to a completed book? Does he compare it with a machine with a manual? Does he compare it with a blank canvas, or does he refer to it as a pre-built house? And the answer is he compares it to a blank canvas. Sartre says that we are responsible for who we become because 1. We follow a set destiny, society decides for us, or is it because our genes determine everything, or is it because we make choices that define us? And the answer is it is because we make choices that define us. Next, what is Sartre's view on freedom? Does he mean that freedom is both a gift and a burden? Does he mean that it only applies to special people? Does he mean that freedom is controlled by fate? Or is it just an illusion? And the answer to that is that freedom is both a gift and a burden. Moving on to the next question. What does Sartre mean by contingency? Does it mean that everything happens for a reason? Does he mean that fate determines all events? Does he mean that things exist without a necessary reason? Or does he mean that the universe follows a strict plan? Well, the answer is things exist without a necessary reason. Moving on to the next, what is Sartre's idea of nausea? Is it a fear of heights? Is it a medical condition? Is it the feeling of excitement about the future? Or is it a deep discomfort with life's meaninglessness? And the answer is it is a deep discomfort with life's meaninglessness. Moving on to the next one, what does Sartre mean by absurdity? Does he mean that there is no ultimate reason for existence? Does he mean that people act in irrational ways? Does he mean the world follows strict logical rules? Or is it that life is chaotic and full of surprises? And the answer is that there is no ultimate reason for existence. Moving on to the next one. According to Sartre, humans feel alienated in the world because 1. They are naturally selfish, or is it because life has no built in meaning? Does it mean that society imposes strict rules, or does it mean that humans lack intelligence? And the answer is it is because life has no inbuilt meaning or no built in meaning. Moving on to the next. What is bad faith according to Sartre? Is it lying to oneself to escape responsibility? Is it believing in rituals? Does it mean accepting one's freedom? Or is it all about avoiding relationships? And the answer is it is all about lying to oneself in order to escape responsibility. The next question, in Sartre's view, why do human relationships often fail? Is it because people seek dominance or submission? Is it because people are naturally selfish? Is it because society forces them apart? Or is it because love is an illusion? Well, the answer is that it is because people seek dominance or submission. Moving on, what does Sartre mean by calling human desire a useless passion? Does it mean that humans long for unrealistic things? Does he mean that passion is meaningless? Does he mean that love and ambition lead to failure? Or does he mean that only suffering has value? Well, the answer is that he says that humans long for unrealistic things. Moving on to the next. How does Sartre believe humans should deal with anxiety of freedom? Is it by following strict traditions? Is it by escaping into religion? Is it by accepting despair and embracing freedom? Or is it by relying on societal rules? Well, the answer is it is by accepting despair and embracing freedom. Moving on to the next. What does Sartre mean when he says human life begins on the other side of despair? Does he mean that life has no meaning? Does he mean that despair is the ultimate goal? Does he mean that happiness is impossible? Or does he say that true existence starts when one embraces their freedom? Well, the answer is true existence starts when one embraces their freedom. Moving on to the next. According to Sartre, what is the fundamental human desire? Is it to seek happiness? Is it to be like God? Is it to follow society's rule? Or is it to become a beadle? Well, the answer is it is to be like God. Moving on to the next one. Why does Sartre call the desire to be God a useless passion? Is it because humans are too weak? Is it because it can never be fulfilled? Or is it because God does not exist? Or can it be because society rejects it? Well, the answer is because it can never be fulfilled. Moving on to the next. What is Sartre's main criticism of belief in God? Does he say that it is logically impossible? Does he say that it leads to moral corruption? Or does it prevent social progress? Or does he say that it is a way to avoid responsibility? Well, the answer is he says it is a way to avoid responsibility. Moving on to the next question, Sartre says that even if God existed, it would not change anything. Because is it because God is unknowable? Is it because religious rules are unnecessary? Is it because humans still create their own meaning? Or is it because morality is relative? Well, the answer is because humans must still create their own meaning. Next question: how does Sartre believe humans should make moral choices? Is it based on divine rewards and punishment? Is it by following religious texts? Is it through their own free will and responsibility? Or is it by obeying the rector? The answer is it is by their own free will and responsibility. That is how humans should. Moving to the second last question. In Sartre's philosophy, why do people turn to religion? Is it to achieve enlightenment? Is it to gain power over others? Is it to find absolute truth? Or is it to escape the anxiety of freedom? Well, the answer that why people turn to religion is because to escape the anxiety of freedom. And we move on to the last question. What does Sartre mean by man must save himself? Is it only religious belief can provide salvation? Is it because humans must take full responsibility for their own lives? Is it the case that society must work together for progress? Or is it the case that God will ultimately judge human actions? Well, the answer is it is because humans must take full responsibility for their own lives. So we come to an end on this quiz on Sartre. Do meet us next time for another quiz on another philosopher. Thank you.